Hi, have you ever wondered how you can increase your income as a teacher? Oh, yes. You need skills to be able to increase your income as a teacher. Now, this is very, very important because over the years, we have seen how teaching as a profession is not really a very paying profession as we call it. However, the landscape is changing, the terrain is changing right now. There are three kinds of skills that I know that can improve your income as a teacher. Number one is what I call personal skills. Number two is what I call professional skills. And the third one that is very, very important, in fact, where a lot of people don't pay attention, is what I call the profitable skills. You see, at the start of a career of a teacher, you have to understand the teacher wants to become, a teacher. All I just want to do is I just want to work as a teacher. I want to teach the children. I love the children. I love the profession called teaching. However, we now begin to see that the profession is not enough. Or let me say this, to teach or to deliver in the class is not enough right now. There are part of it that requires profit. And so, in this first series, I want to talk about personal skills that increase your income as a teacher. This is so key and so critical. And the first one I want to talk about is to be a person that is trustworthy. A teacher that lacks character will not really increase his or her income. I tell you, one of the things about teaching profession currently is that the volatility is so high that when a teacher says, I am leaving a school, consciously or unconsciously, the school knows that it's going to possibly get someone who will replace the teacher. But a trustworthy teacher is very, very important. You see, character is key to a teacher. No matter who you are, no matter your years of experience, please, as a teacher, you need to stop thinking about who people think you are. You see, start thinking about who you really are as a teacher. Who are you as a teacher? Are you trustworthy? Can I depend on you? That's very, very important. Can I depend on you? Can I rely on you as a proprietor, as a parent, if I put a child in your care? You see, let me make you understand the things that income follows are not the things that are readily visible. They are not things that we quickly see. You see, when you see a teacher that is not making so much, the teacher says to himself or herself, like, the reason why I'm not making so much is because I'm not very articulate. I'm a very quiet person. I'm not a very social person. But let me make you understand, in education, one of the qualities that money follows in education is to be trustworthy as a person. To rely and depend on you, to be able to predict you before you show up, and then what I predicted is what happened. That is very, very important. The second thing, the second skill that increase your income as a teacher is to become a better communicator. You cannot joke with communication. And the biggest level of communication that really every teacher must work on is what I call the internal communication. Apparently, we discover that two forms of communication is going on. Number one is internal communication. Number two is external communication. Now, internal communication is weightier than external communication. Internal communication is more important because it is in internal communication that you tell yourself what you can do and what you cannot do. It is internal communication that you speak to the faculty of ability inside of you. It is internal communication that talks about the things that you know and the things that you don't know. Internal communication will tell you, go and do this, go and do this, go for courses, go professional, work on this, change this kind of clothes. It's been a while. You see, that is what I call internal communication. And then your ability and willingness to communicate will determine the quantity and the quality of your life. I'm going to say that again. Your ability and willingness to communicate will determine the quality and quantity of your life. But Coach Wale, I've been communicating all through. When I'm teaching the children, I'm communicating. No, that's not true. That's not true. Possibly when you teach the children, you are using word of mouth. But in psychology, I tell you the truth, and in the world of human behavior, it has been discovered that word of mouth is just the small dimension of communication, just 7% of communication. We have body language, we have tone of voice. If you are a master communicator as a teacher, your income will increase. And the last one, the last skill, personal skills that will increase your income that I want to share with you today is to have compassion. Have compassion. Please, I want to beg you as a teacher, use money and genuinely love people. Genuinely love the children that you are working on with. Don't use people and love money. The work that you are doing requires you to use money and love people. When you love people, money will show up. Oh, that's very important. You see, don't ever try to sell what will harm people. Don't. If you are not going to deliver, if you are not going to give the best in that job, please don't do it. That's very important. Use money and love people. And that is what I mean by compassion, or a compassionate teacher. You can be passionate as a teacher and not be compassionate as a teacher. That's very important. I have to stop here. And then the next episode, I'm going to be talking about the professional skill that increase your income as a teacher. Stay tuned.